it's not going. We both did things to one another, but now things have gone further than what they should have went. And with the video posted on YouTube, and I mean, that was a situation that you created because you was mad, right? Like because I've been mad.
You created a lot of situations on me because you were mad.
Exactly.
A lot.
But I have
let's change it.
Real life until you brought up Jada. And then and please let me finish. Because we all see things differently, right? I can share a story and we're all going to take it differently. That live, and she said that she didn't talk to you. I let it go. The diaper thing, I let that go. A little bit. What really irritates me is that you led people to believe that I was allowing my granddaughter to be hurt.
I did not lead
how
people
am I supposed to get over that when you know?
That is something that May and Grow run with.
That is because something that you created and you set that storyline. You did that, Sassy. Whether you want to say you did or you didn't, you know you did.
Okay.
And you know the truth, and you know that you could have shut that shit down immediately. Mm-hmm. And Jada did reach out to you first, and I said that. But that first message that Jada sent to you is, why are you speaking about my daughter in Alive?
No, you actually told everybody that not only was I reaching out to a minor, but that I reached out to her first. Then
and that's what I thought. That is what I thought. And then I changed it.
So you had already set the storyline where people were coming to me.
I changed it, Sassy. I did. I changed it. And I shared that first message. I shared that first message. And you also told Jada things that I shared with you privately.
What was that? That she literally she sends her there with
why
a dirty diaper, not even the diaper, clothes that is too small.
Why create a problem? Why create a problem between?
I create a problem
because you know that Jada came right to me saying, "Why are you sharing business of mine and Tiny's to strangers on the internet?" That's what she said to me.
Well, I could say the same for her. Why would she come to me and tell me that Tiny, I don't care because they all hear voices, and Tiny did say that. She believes Tiny did say that. She believes
it. She doesn't. She knows. I have the messages, and I have shared them with you, Sassy.
I'm telling you what she sent me on TikTok. You've not shared them with me. I've not shared any of that with you. I'm assuming she sent all of them.
I'm talking about conversations that you and I had, that Jada and I had, I shared with you.
I am telling you what Jada sent me on TikTok.
Okay, let me ask you this. Do you think that Tiny is being harmed in my home?
I don't know what goes on completely in your home. No.
All right, that's all I need to know.
Do I think that you would harm Tiny? No. No, I wouldn't.
All right. So you think that I would allow someone, and you think Tiny is being harmed in my home? Okay, that's all. That's all I need to know. So are we done?
I didn't say that.
I just asked you if you thought Tiny was being harmed in my home, and you said I don't know. That would be like
I don't.
To me.
You don't know what goes on in my home, Kimmy.
Do you think Abaya is being harmed in my home? I would say absolutely not. I do not believe
absolutely, you must, because
if you said
if that's what's being said,
any of my children would ever be harmed in my home, I would say absolutely
you literally,
not. I do not
that's
believe
what
that you
saying.
let your child be harmed in your home. Absolutely not.
Can I say something real quick?
Please let me finish. Especially knowing how Cody follows that baby around.
So I feel that this all stimulated from the whole CPS thing. And you got to understand where that came from. Like they said, she was beating her children.
That was the first call.
And then came back on a second call.
I didn't say what happened except for something about pot plants that she said on the other live.
But listen, they came, and this is not a lie, Kimmy.
Right, but before we even go that far, Angel, and you're right, we definitely got to pay attention to the CPS. But if we're going to talk about how things transpired, CPS wasn't called until after the Jada and all that. And I'm not pointing fingers.
No, that's a lie. Not the first one. Not the first one. No, it was not, Joe.
That's not true.
So when did the first call for CPS happen? So you're telling, so wait, I just want to get this question out real quick. So I want to be very clear with this. So there was a first call to CPS before the calling out to the fake Jada to just to poke. There was a call before that? No, there wasn't. No, there wasn't. I'll go back to the dates. No, there wasn't. No, there was not. That's a lie.
After that live with Jada's name, whether she was in there or not.
Hold on, I'm going to stop you. It was the day that Kimmy went live and said, you got some explaining to do. You're going to have surprises.
Yep, exactly.
So it was after that. After
Jada's name was brought up in the live. That was after I seen the message.
Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not saying that it's right. I am not saying that it's right.
Well, wait a minute. So because I said Jada's name in the live to be petty, no different than the multiple videos of you putting out all this other fucking shit and all these videos that you've been making, accusing me of a vile fucking account. And I don't care what you think at this point over this, because I know I would never, when I fucking found out about it, the same night Joe fucking found out about it, I fucking messaged you and I stand on it. If I find out anybody that made that fucking account, I will drag them, and I won't fucking stop. And I still stand on it. And I still stand on who I think fucking did it.
Well, it just seems weird to me that you would make that
No, never. Kimmy, I did not even remember. Joe was like, well, Kimmy's saying that you had it. I said, there's no fucking way.
What I said was, Kimmy said there was 4 people. There was 4 people.
The only time I ever remember seeing that picture was when me and Kimmy were trying to find out how Steele was able to find out all of this information. I go to Kimmy and I'm like, do you have a Facebook with him tagged? An old TikTok with him tagged? Me and Kimmy are on the phone with each other. She's screen sharing. She finds an old TikTok that she can't get in anymore. And that's when I remember seeing the video or that picture, right?
4:30 a.m.
That's the only fucking time I remember seeing that fucking picture. Then Joe tells me, no, Sassy. She said she sent it to you way up in messages. The fuck? I still ain't been able to get all the way to the top of our 2 fucking years worth of fucking messages to even find it. Then I'm told, well, she give it to Wicked and Melinda. And what did I say to Joe? I said, why the fuck would she do that? The very people that she didn't fucking trust. Why the fuck would she send a picture to them? And from there, I
sent it in the group.
I don't fucking remember it. Do not fucking remember it. I even said right then, I said, I guarantee you.
Set an alarm for
Wicked, if Wicked and Melinda did not make it, then Wicked fucking sent it to Grow, and it's their group that fucking made it. That's what I fucking said from day one, because that's how Wicked plays. She ain't mind doing any fucking body else when she got fucking pissed off. But I know Sassy didn't make that fucking account. I reported it. I made 2 extra fucking sneakies to go in and report the motherfucker.
Now, I will say that.
I'm just going to speak up for myself. I didn't make the motherfucker. The night you sent that to me, Kimmy, and you know this as well as I do, I said, I'm deleting this motherfucker right now. You did not need to send that to me for me to believe you.
And OG did say that, and Sassy did say all that. I did say that it was 4 people because Sassy said that she didn't have it. I said, well, Kimmy did say it was Melinda, Wicked, OG, and Sassy. And my exact wording to Kimmy, correct me if I'm wrong, was, Kimmy, I know in my heart of hearts it was not Sassy and OG. I know what that picture did to me. I was freaking out. Like, couldn't even talk for crying because I couldn't get Kimmy on the phone because I've never seen that picture and I didn't know what was happening.
I was in a group call when I seen the account and asked him what my fucking face looked like.
I even went to Casey. I did. I reached out to fucking Casey and asked her about the fucking account. And I said, and I think it's fucking gross. Yes. That's exactly what I said to Casey. Yes.
But to get back on the topic.
From there, you know, I can say what I've done and what Kimmy's done and her going live and listening, you know, watching the video after fucking video after video and making the indirect comment. I never said Tiny's fucking name. Nobody would have ever fucking known my little snarl fucking comment. Nobody even knew fucking the Jada girl. Everybody was like, who's Jada? We didn't say who Jada was. Like, I can take my accountability there. But then you turn around and go live. You announce to everybody that I beat my fucking son when you know the whole story behind all of that. You know the whole story, and you told the whole fucking story. Then you turn around and say that I'm not only are you going to go real live, as you're telling everybody that I beat my fucking son and abused my daughter, right? As Caitlin had said earlier.
Never once your daughter came
I allowed my daughter to be abused. Beat. Yeah, you did.
Guys, if we go back and forth.
So from there, wait a minute. So from there, that night after that live, Angel says to me, Sassy, I'd get a head start on this and I would call CPS. And I would tell them, because I've been here, I've done this, and I said, I feel like a fucking fool. What the fuck am I doing that for? She said, Sassy, I would do it. Cover your ass. I got up. 10:30, 11 o'clock, I called the woman, got patched into a worker. As I started to tell my story, she said, wait a minute, I need to get my supervisor. The woman gets on. I immediately recognized the woman's voice because, again, she's the one that was here in the home when Luke was removed out of his mother's from CPS in the other county, right? So I recognized her fucking voice, and I began to say what had been conspiring, and I feel foolish. This is over. I'm a 40-something-year-old woman. This is over TikTok fucking bullshit, and this is what they're going to be claiming, right? And the woman's words to me was, there has already been a call this morning. Oh. She said, I haven't had a chance to talk with my supervisor and go over it. I will reach out to you. She sent me an email, again, because we're on email basis, right? We have been. It's also a small fucking town. It's not a big city. It's totally different. She emailed me. I actually posted it and on a video, and then I took it down, right? She emails me that she's going to be coming out to see. When she comes out and she talks to Luke, she gets Luke's side of the story. She gets Thomas's side of the story. She briefly talked to Daniel. She really didn't question Abaya that much. She said, wait a minute, how old is he? And he said, I'm 18. It was automatically close, right? Then from there, here comes Maddie in your picture. Here comes Maddie, and I don't give a fuck what she says, whether she did or she didn't. It looks very fucking guilty on her. So here I am thinking, Kimmy's the one who called CPS, right? She already reached out to, you know, my close friend. So why would I not think that she's not going to do CPS, okay? So then here comes Maddie in your fucking picture. Maddie playing her fucking back and forth fucking games because she 100% did. And I can let you hear recordings because I've recorded her ass, and it is legal in North Carolina. And her going back and forth and me saying, Maddie, what the fuck? Why the fuck are you doing this? What the fuck? She tried to get Leanne in it one time, right? So I'm doing Maddie with the whole CPS fucking bullshit. Then she reaches out to me 3 other times. The last fucking time it was over Joe. And she felt Joe was playing both sides. And I told Maddie, I said, I have my own fucking feelings. Joe and I will talk, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I'm going to fucking tell Joe about this. When I called Joe, me and Joe had a conversation. From there is when CPS was called on me again. The same fucking call, and Kimmy, you know, we watched this group for a hot fucking minute before half of them even talked to us. You know as good as I know the claims of CPS on Casey, right, are the same fucking claims that was put on me, right? So as the CPS woman comes to my house again and she's reading the report, I'm laughing. And she says, you think this is funny? I said, no, I don't think this is funny that you're in my home. But what I think is funny is not only do I believe that this is still over TikTok shit, but it's funny to me that the same claim that you're reading to me is the same claim that individual, and I put on her piece of paper because I give the CPS worker your name, Wicked's name, Maddie's name, Melinda's name. These are the people, girls on TikTok, right? And I said, this girl here, and I pointed at Maddie, made the same claim on another girl. And I said, now let me ask you something. If I was to allow you to hear a recording of an individual, I said, I know it's anonymous, but if I was to allow you to hear a recording, you tell me if this sounds familiar. And you can say whatever you want, but if the consistent CPS calls is going to keep coming, right? I pulled the recording up of where Maddie tried to pull Leanne in some fuck shit, and I let her hear. It's a 45-minute call. She heard like 15, not even quite 20 minutes of it. And she said to me, can you send that to me? We've been talking about prior to the videos that you had made, the fishing game, the PETA, all of that. But out of all of those videos and all the shit that I talked to her about with TikTok, she only wanted that fucking phone recording. That was it. That was all.
So was the second time Maddie that called on you?
Okay. So in my mind, right? My mind. Why does she want this?
Hold on, Sassy. Tell about the pot plant.
Why, if she wants this, why does she want this, but she doesn't want anything else? Where I'm telling her, these are people from TikTok. They keep calling. These are the girls. This is the videos they're making. This is what they're doing. Why would she only want that?
I can honestly say that the exact same call that was made on me last summer, almost word for word, was
my children, the claim was that I have a party house, that I feed my children alcohol, marijuana, and edibles.
And that's when we reached out to Casey.
Then the woman tells her, because again, it is a small town.
I know who called us.
Resources are not like a big city, right? Like they're totally fucking different. The woman explains, well, you know, I got to talk to my supervisor. It might be till Monday. And the woman said, no, the caller was very intent. No, you've got to go now. You've got to go now. She's probably pulling the pot plants up out of her fucking garden. Like,
So was that Maddie? Is that the call that Maddie did?
That's the one I will go to my desk. Then, what does Maddie do? It's like she's playing catch up, right? So then she turns around because I did. I'm thinking in my head and I'm accusing it's Maddie, right? So what does she do? She calls CPS and plays it on live. Now, she did not get in trouble when I talked to the woman. She cannot get in trouble for recording the CPS worker. What she did that was not legal was when the CPS worker said her name, and she most definitely did. You can go back on Reddit and watch it, because that's where I ended up getting it, because I was at work that day, right?
It is illegal to record any government official, because that's
No. No, because I called the woman, and the girls know it. I called that woman because the woman said her name. So I called and asked for that woman in my county, and the woman told me, because I'd already emailed my caseworker, and I said, are you aware that you were played on a live recording? And she said, yes, ma'am, I am. Miss such and such has already informed me. And I said, now, is it illegal I said, I know it's not illegal to record in North Carolina. I said, but is it illegal to record a government official? She said, no, Miss Murphy, it is not illegal to record me. But if she played that on a live stream for other individuals to hear it where my name was said, the county's name was said, yes, we can. And she gave me a phone number to send it to because I could not get it to send through email because it was so long. And I sent it to her. Now, what they do with it, if they do anything with it, I don't fucking know. Ain't none of my fucking business. But then what did she do again? She called again the second day to talk to my caseworker, right? Because she wanted to talk to my caseworker. So why are you working so fucking hard to prove that you didn't fucking do it? And how did you get my address to even know where to call? Right? Like, it's been a spiral from both of us. Right? Most of the girls sitting in my that I sit with, they ain't really said much. I can take my full accountability. I've been saying a hell of a lot. Because even these girls know I have not shared our personal messages with each other. Me and Angel's the only one that is talked about as far as the Tiny situation because you evidently talked to Angel. I had no fucking clue because I was told I was the only one that fucking knew.
I didn't know everything, like I told you.
So for me, me and Angel spoke as far as
actually, hold on, I'm gonna cut you off for a minute. Maddie and Casey were on a call where Maddie proceeded to try to get Casey to make Sassy show her y'all's conversation within text messages. And when Casey got off that phone call and come back to the chat and said, Sassy, can you share your messages with us? Because Maddie said, Kimmy said she needed you to do that. Sassy said, I will not do that. I will not.